another episode of Nerdy News Weekly. I'm Jesse.
Brian B. Lex Alexander.
Alright, so we're continuing our E3 discussion. This episode is going to be around...
Pre-E3 discussion.
Pre-E3, that's right. We just did Nintendo. This week we're talking Sony, so why don't you... I'm kind of out of the loop with a lot of the Sony stuff at the moment, so why don't you lead the way here?
Okay, so far right now, Sony's been doing pretty well in terms of giving gamers what they want. Sony at the forefront has been keeping their word on a lot of their platforms, specifically PSN, SEN, the Sony Entertainment Network, being an awesome storefront from amazing indie games, for amazing indie games. We've seen, Outlast, we've seen Child of Light, Valiant Hearts, Transistor, Oddworld, got some other indie offerings coming. So I think with E3 on the approach, on the horizon, it'll be awesome to see what new titles or new developers they've been discussing with or bringing on into the fold. So I'm really curious about that. I really want to see some expansion there, and I think they'll touch on it.
Now, most, if not all, of the indie games you just mentioned are also going to be on the other consoles and PC as well.
Right. This is true. This isn't something exclusive by any means. However, Sony from last year's E3, specifically when they were showcasing PlayStation 4, made it very clear that this is the platform for games. So Sony's just been, really working hard to just kind of put these developers on the spot. So I think that's an awesome thing. But then moving forward from there, there's been a major exodus from a lot of key publishers, and even the president, Jack Tretton, is gone.
Right.
He gave his notice. But also, we lost a lot of people at Naughty Dog, a lot of key people at Naughty Dog.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that, yeah.
So that's a little interesting. More specifically, a lot of talks about Uncharted, where Uncharted's going to go. Hopefully there will be some news. More recently, IGN broke a story saying that there is a secret game in the works at Naughty Dog, so we don't know. Or more apparently, the Naughty Dog, the heads of, or the leads of The Last of Us will now be the stewards of Uncharted. Okay. So they'll be taking over Uncharted. However, again, going back to the Exodus, we had some more departures from Santa Monica Studios.
Yeah, the whole studio got shut down, didn't it?
I'm not sure. I don't want to say the whole studio. I'm not going to take that to the bank. But more notably, Stig Asmussen. He was head of the God of War franchise for a little while. Came to prominence with God of War 3. He departed. However, if memory serves, Cory Barlog returned to Naughty Dog. Not only did he return to Naughty Dog, Cory Barlog was, for those who don't remember, he was the creative lead on God of War 2, which is arguably considered the best in the franchise. He was one of the main, he's been there all along, but he was one of the main guys who took leadership over the franchise from Jaffe. So Cory Barlog is actually back at Santa Monica Studios, and he was already teasing something awesome in the works. So I'm curious to see, just because Santa Monica's been super quiet more recently than not, so I'm curious to see what will be at E3. God of War would be awesome, or a new project altogether. I remember Cory Barlog left Santa Monica because he wanted to work, if memory serves, he wanted to work on a Mad Max adaptation game franchise, which I believe is still going on. But
yeah, I remember hearing about that.
And then finally, The Last Guardian.
Yeah, so that's a game I've been waiting for a while now.
Wow.
It was supposed to be like halfway through the PS3's life cycle, I think. They announced it. And then it just getting pushed back to the point it's like, well, just make it for PS4 now. And now they're making it for PS4, and it's getting pushed back even more.
Are you losing enthusiasm?
There's been a long stretch where I just forgot about it, and it's just kind of like, well, that's not happening. And then like they said, no, it's happening. I'm like, oh, okay.
And again,
they could blow me away with the trailer.
Yeah.
But right now, it's not even real to me.
I know. No, I have the same rule. My rule is I try not to get too excited or overhyped off of an initial showing or an initial trailer, just because we more often than not, the game industry, we've grown with it, and it's gotten better about following through. When you were younger and you had no sense of time and whatnot, and the game didn't come out, you were crushed and everything like that. But as we got older, things have kind of gotten better with following through. But you know, of course, Star Wars 1313.
Yeah.
When I saw that, I told myself, nope, I'm not getting excited. When I first saw the first trailer for Mass Effect, I told myself, nope, I'm not getting excited. But Last Guardian, it was so just immaculate. I just remember, and you know, Team Ico, they had a pretty good track record, so I just kind of, you know, I rested on my laurels and kind of let that one get personal, and now it's just, I don't even know. I don't know. I want it to be real. I really do.
Yeah.
I really do. But you know, I think that's something I will take to the bank that I'm pretty sure will be a solid E3.
It's a good chance.
Yeah.
Good chance of it being.
Yeah, I would definitely take that to the bank.
So I don't have a PS4. I have a PS3 and I still use it like a lot. I just got like all of the Sky games, and I'm gonna get the upcoming Kingdom Hearts 2.5 remake thing. The only things I'm really interested in is Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3. But both those are also gonna be Xbox One, which I'm not gonna get. But we'll discuss that in the next video. But yeah, I'm kind of waiting for the next PS4, like the Slim.
Okay.
Because I figured that's probably around the time those games are gonna come out. So I'll just get that.
So you're in no
Or
rush.
they'll come out with like a bundle, Square Enix bundle of some sort, and I'll probably get that or something. I can wait.
Yeah, you're in no rush.
There's really nothing out right now I want. I mean, I work at an electronics store, and I see all the games that are out. I'm like, I don't really want any of them.
You have distinguished taste. You definitely have
guess
distinguished taste.
I don't know if it's distinguished. It's just, I mean, Knack didn't seem that good to me.
They're trying to appease a wider range of demographic. Mm-hmm. So you're dealing with all these. I was really excited about Knack, and I enjoyed it. But I mean, you know, then you have your first person shooters. You have
I'm not really big on
RPGs and whatnot. Yeah,
I like RPGs. That's probably why I'm leaning more towards PS4, because the Japanese studios support that one more. So I'm gonna get a little more RPGs, a lot more stuff from Japan. I mean, not that Japanese studios are better, but more often than not, they have the stuff I want. Because it seems like most American studios are just making shooters now.
right. No, I mean, you can argue the market.
And
is
I like some shooters, but like I'm not into the Call of Duty or Battlefield. They're the same thing. I don't know if that's offensive. I don't see how it is, because they're clearly the same thing.
In terms of what to expect for PlayStation 4 E3, I think we can also maybe look forward to some more Metal Gear footage. Some more Metal Gear footage, and Mortal Kombat 10 just being announced.
Yeah.
I think hopefully, because again, Sony and NetherRealm Studios, I think they've had some exclusivity dealings in the past, so I would like to see that at the press conference as well. So
what about their VR thing?
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good. I'm glad you brought that up. To me, that kind of came out of left field, and it seemed, I don't want to say it was undeveloped, but I know with Oculus Rift out there, just basically being a little media darling, turning heads, Facebook acquiring it. The most I've read, I have to admit, I'm fairly ignorant on the matter. The most I've read was Zucks tried or demoed Sony's VR before going with Oculus Rift. So that's the extent of my knowledge. Outside of that, I'm a little out of the loop.
Yeah, You think they'll show something at E3 with it?
I hope so.
Because on one hand, it'd be interesting to learn more about it, but on the other hand, how do you demo that? How do you show that off?
Right.
It's kind of the same problem Nintendo have with their tablet controller. How do you show
it off without a game, without a specific game developed from the ground up to
you gotta see what they're seeing. It doesn't look right on a normal TV.
And with Sony's camera and then Move and whatnot still out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see it. But it comes down to the games basically. If they don't have the game with it, then it's moot.
Like I said, I'm already planning to get one. I don't plan on getting an Xbox One, but in order for them to really, really wow me, Sony, not just a third-party game coming to Sony, I don't know. Oh, I know what they can do. If they announce that Sony's coming out with a console exclusive video streaming service, and when their flagship show is going to be the 6th season of Community, I'm all in. Like I might have to bring up my schedule of getting a PS4.
That is so many different steps from. I thought you were gonna say like a new Jack and Daxter or something like that.
I don't care about Jack and Daxter that much. I used to love Ratchet and Clank, but I didn't get a PS3 until last year, so I kind of fell out of it and I stopped caring. But Community got canceled 1 season short of reaching 6 seasons and a movie. So, and they're owned by Sony. Like Sony Studios makes the show. So if they get that exclusively, you can only watch it on when they come out with DVD and streaming from the PS4. I'm getting the PS4. How messed up is the only thing to get me in is not game related, but it's true.
I appreciate your honesty.
Now, if they do announce some brand new franchise that they're making themselves that looks super awesome, let's
talk about new franchises. Yeah, do you think that's likely? Do you think that's?
There'd probably be one maybe. I mean, Knack didn't really turn up the world, and The Last of Us, I acknowledge is really good. I haven't played it. I haven't played it. But I watched people play it online, and it looks really good. The story is really cool, and the crafting mechanics seems cool. It's just not my thing usually. I don't know. I enjoy RPGs, puzzle games, platformers, side scrollers, shooters occasionally. So I don't know. I can't think of. Little Big Planet looked cool. I never played it. I got the PSP one. It wasn't as great as I heard the console one was. Maybe some kind of new Little Big Planet to get me into it.
I'll be curious about. just with the success Media Molecule has had with Tearaway on the Vita, and that was fresh. I would really be curious to. I'm not gonna go far. It's not necessarily original if we just get Tearaway on PS4, but
PlayStation All Stars 2.
No, seriously, that left a bad taste in everybody.
Well, what if they remade it, but they made it more like Marvel vs. Capcom?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That's what I think they should have done in the first place. They tried to do both, but in a different way and in a weird way, and it just pick one and pick a cool thing. Me being so, I'm grounded. I love characters in my games. I love narrative. I love platformers. I love action. I love shooters. I love puzzles as long as they pertain to the world. Like the indie games, the ones that aren't going to be on Steam, or they're probably all going to be on Steam, but the ones that aren't on Wii U and I don't feel like getting on Steam, like Mercenary Kings. I'm really interested in that one. That's going to be on PS4. Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to get that when it comes out, or when I get a PS4. I think it's already out. But stuff like that, I'll love supporting. If they do a new Disgaea game, it's going to be on PS4. I'll get that. But other than that, I don't know what. I could think of stuff that's going to be on the PS4 that's going to excite me, like trailers for new Kingdom Hearts, new Final Fantasy, probably new Metal Gear, and some other third-party stuff. But that's third-party stuff. I could probably get some of that stuff on Steam. So Sony themselves, they have to really come out of the box, think outside, get out of the box, and wow me with something I wasn't expecting in order to get me really super on board. Instead of just going, well, I kind of have to.
Fair enough. I would love to see. You know what? My dream franchise. We're talking about new franchises. Just whatnot. I would love if Insomniac were to head up a Captain Quark game, Captain Quark only next gen platformer crazy adventure. That.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that would. Man, Captain Quark has been my homie since Ratchet and Clank. Actually, I've always loved Captain Quark, and I always thought it would be kind of natural and necessary for him to get his own game. But aside from my blaster runs hot, it was funny, it's awesome. Aside from that, and what All for One.
Yeah.
But I would love a crazy spin-off Captain Quark.
Okay. I actually wouldn't mind that either, honestly.
That's my dream. That's the dream. So, but
Alright, so I guess that wraps it up. Stay tuned for our cover of Microsoft. Alright, see you next week.